question of tribalism in this country. Many Kenyans know for a fact that when the elections are held in the next 2 weeks, most likely in Kisumu, you will have more votes than President Kenyatta, and he will have more votes than you in Nyeri, and that has happened over the last 50 years. From where you sit, what is the problem with this country insofar as tribalism is concerned? Why do we vote generally along tribal lines, and what will you do if you became president to deal with that problem?
Joe, I don't think that there's something really very unique. Some people are just naive. You see, even if you go to the UK, the country is owned. There is what's called the Tory safe seats and the Labour safe seats. The seats which are known are going to be won by Labour, the ones which will be won by the Tories. If you go to the United States, see in the elections, some states are painted red, others are blue. That is normal. There's also what is called...
But in fairness, Mr. Odinga, that is often driven by the issues that matter. There could be agricultural areas, there could be workers and that sort of thing. Here it's purely because it is Luos that live here, it is Kikuyus that live here, and therefore they vote in a different way.
No, Joe. There's also what they call their homeboy mentality. See, like it's known that Clinton was going to win in Arkansas because he's a homeboy there. He grew up there. He's known better there by the people. So the fact that Uhuru Kenyatta will get more votes in Kiambu than me, because they see him, this is our boy. It's a homeboy mentality. But if we leave Kiambu, I go with him to the coast, I will get more votes than him in the coast. I go with him to Northeastern, I will get more votes than him in the Northeastern. I will also get more votes than him in Western. Those people don't vote for me because I'm a Luo, I'm their own. They vote for me because of what I represent. So that is where you get the balancing. That after he has left his community, we now go to other communities who will vote merely on what somebody stands for.
So is tribalism a problem in this country, according to you?
What is the problem here is ethnic inclusivity or exclusivity. That's what we want to address. Like right now, the Jubilee government has basically divided this country. They have basically have got two people with their friends, not their communities. Because I would be wrong to say that the president represents his community. Because I know of a number of Kikuyus who don't believe in what is happening. They say that this is just a club of friends and family members who are benefiting from this regime. And likewise his deputy. So we are going to expand this the governance structure in this country and be more inclusive to ensure that every Kenyan, irrespective of their ethnic origin, get equal opportunities and that there's no community that is excluded.
But Mr. Odinga, people who look at your own record often charge that while you were Prime Minister, that your office had quite a number of people from your ethnic community, and that as a matter of fact, even in your politics, there are people who are related to you who often get nominations to run on your ticket, and that somehow your politics has also been defined by tribal-inclined decisions.
Joe, if you go and look at the list of officers in the office of the Prime Minister, it was the most inclusive office that has ever existed. Because it was new, we started it, and most of the heads of departments came from all parts of the country. Even the junior staff in the office of the Prime Minister came from all over the country. So that allegation does not bear the reality on the ground. And the facts are there, you can go and examine them. You come to people who are appointed. I did not know, Joe, that if you are now in the government, you're Prime Minister, then none of anybody so remotely related to you can be employed by the government. I didn't know that. The only person who was employed was my sister, who was employed as an officer, consulate in LA. And she was a competent Kenyan. She got a PhD. and she was chosen by the Minister of Foreign Affairs, had nothing to do with it. But if I were to begin now, I don't want to embarrass President Uhuru Kenyatta. If you want to look at this Jubilee government,
But you have accused him, for example, of allowing his relatives to do business with government. What's the difference?
which relative of mine was doing the business with government when I was in the government?
Well, he said some were employed when you were in government.
I just mentioned one case. I don't know which other one. I don't know any other one. That's the one they've been talking about. And that amount to be made too many. And that was also a junior position, just a councillor, not an ambassador at all. But if you look at the government today, if you begin to do a roll call, I think the government will be embarrassed. So I don't want to go along that line.
Okay, Mr. Odinga, you have about 1.1 million followers on Twitter, and there's a lot of hate going on there. And I haven't seen you, for example, use your Twitter handle to